All right, today we're doing a short video on no fuel pump prime, no spark, no start. So there's a couple things that can cause it. One of those things is going to be your fuel pump relay. So this is not that. But when you turn the key, you should hear the fuel pump prime. If you're not hearing the fuel pump prime, there's a couple things that can be causing it. So one thing that's a lot harder to figure out, for me at least, is the fuel pump relay. So if you have a bad fuel pump relay, when you turn the key, you get no start. You got no prime, nothing. Headlights work, everything works, just not getting any prime. So I've bypassed that. In the middle of diagnosing, I didn't want to buy all these new parts and find out none of them worked. So I bypassed that with the wire. So how I did that, so I took a wire, my clip just broke off, but I had two clips. I've run on the black side across the top, and that connects the fuel pump relay. So that's what I did there. So fuel pump didn't work. Now, fuel pump does work. So that may solve your problem. If it doesn't, you have a diode in your ignition. The diode in your ignition sends 9 volts through the pink wire, which it's tough to see. I've got my pink wire there. It's supposed to send 9 volts back through this. And there's that pink wire again, into the ECU to let it know it's okay to start. So you can replace that with a Zener diode. So that's what I have here. My Zener diode runs off my positive on battery. There's different ways you can do it, but with this connected, I get a prime. Now without it connected, y'all gonna have to hold on a second. But without it connected, see, it's now disconnected. I turn the key. Nothing. I still have headlight, but I've got no fuel priming. So a couple other things that can cause this real quick is going to be your bank angle sensor. So I'm going to hook this back up. Okay, so now my diode's hooked back up, and your diode, there's a little line on it, which I might not get it to focus, but this little line on it needs to be near your larger voltage, and your smaller voltage is going to be on this side. So if I need 9 volts over here, I've got my line on the left side where I have 12 volts, so I've got 12 volts, line, 9 volts. So now, with that back in, I've got prime. So your bank angle sensor can go bad. If your bank angle sensor, which is right here, and it's tip over sensor or whatever, if your bank angle sensor is not up and down, say it's flopped over or it's just failed completely, so I'm flopping mine since it works, but now when you turn the key, just kidding. There we go. Just kidding. So that's indestructible now. Let's unplug it and see if that does it. Typically with the key on, you can rock this, like roll this over, and you can hear everything cut off. But we're going to unplug it. Okay, so with that unplugged, we'll hit the key. So strange. I wonder if it starts. Okay, so that's been causing my no start. and it's been doing so by killing the power to my coils. So that actually doesn't affect the fuel pump. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so those are going to be the two most common causes of no fuel pump priming. Your kickstand sensor can cause it, but it's not very likely. I've got mine unhooked right now. Turn that off. I've got mine unhooked right now, and it is not affecting the fuel pump priming. So I was going to bypass mine, haven't got to it yet. Mine's just completely unplugged, and it's not affecting anything.